say about that, my friend?
Felt like I played right there.
That's the first time this season the heart rate's really got up for me.
Yeah.
You get a little nervous, sitting here as a fan. But that's an exciting. I know back-to-back days you don't want overtime, but you also don't want a loss. So you take that extra 5 minutes and get it any way you have to.
Yeah, and that's what I told him. I said it sort of doesn't work out great. We're the late game. The schedule is what it is, and man, they're a good team.
Yeah,
they're incredibly hard to guard. It's so different than what you're practicing on a day-by-day basis. We had to throw a lot of lineups we've never seen out there before, and after watching film early in the week, we knew we'd have to, but we really had no idea how it'd go. And I thought we had some guys really step up and make some nice plays today, and we got up early and played well, and we've been a really good team early in games. They come back, take the lead, and it's like, oh, deja vu. What I thought was different was we never let them go on that big run in the second half. I don't know if they ever got up by more than 5 or 6.
5 or 6.
Where it normally gets to 12, and we're trying to play back. So we held it there, and then we made a few more plays down the stretch than they did, which has been the opposite in the close games we've had so far.
You tried to get David Simmons to Campbellsville a year ago, and one will always wonder how that may have been different if you could have done it. But you got him here this year, and he was pretty good tonight. 27 on 15 shots, and he was 12 of 15 from the floor, and 2 monster offensive putbacks. One to tie it to end regulation, one to win it in overtime. You couldn't ask for anything more from him tonight.
Excuse me. No, David's a competitor. We did recruit him last year, and that year off, he probably became a better player, but what's really setting back is not playing that year has really brought him back condition-wise, and he's just now in the last 2 weeks starting to get legs back. He'd have glimpses, but never being able to play. If you'd ever told me, I would never, and he was in foul trouble a little bit, 31 minutes, he's done it a time or two, but not to where he's been this effective. In practices, he doesn't take many shots, and when he does, the percentages are always good. I've always said he's a high percentage player. He's very efficient, and tonight proved that again, being 12 of 15. And if you want to go in more, he was 12 of 13 from 2. So he made some big plays. I thought late in the game, T.A.V. Mason did a very good job. In regulation, the last play was for David, and because they took him away, and David, I thought you saw some good trust in him. He told T to go get it, and he just said, we're switching roles now. And it actually worked out a little better because of the lineup we had in there. It gave David a chance to offensive rebound. And we had debated on putting Justin Tucker in late for that purpose, but we wanted to spread the floor, and I was afraid they may help a little bit more off Tuck. So, you look at TAV, you look at David. I thought Ronald Taylor, he's been playing better and better. I thought he was good today. And that's just a good, gutsy win for us right there.
Ron's role last year, obviously defensively, he's very good, a guy that you rely on. Last year, though, with some of the scoring that you had, he was kind of that shooter. He stood in the corner a lot of times or on the wing and waited for it to come to him. Here today, he drew 4 fouls by being aggressive, trying to get to the rim. He's posted career highs in back-to-backs. Is this as good a basketball as we've seen Ronald play in the maroon and gray?
Offensively, yes, and defensively, he's been good. He's not quite as solid right now as he was last year, and who knows why. But offensively, yes, he's always been a confident guy. And what you saw from Ronald last year, he was really trying to figure a new system out. He came from a JUCO where he averaged 18 a game and was the guy. And this year, he was a guy. Or last year, he was a guy that he was second fiddle, and he understood that. And I think this year he came in and didn't really know what the role was. And as he has practiced and gotten a little further along, and he's being healthy, he's seeing some progress in his offense, and he's going back and taking some shots that he took in JUCO, and he's just being more aggressive. But his decision-making at this time is better than it was last year, where last year when he got in those grooves, I thought he took some bad shots. He's doing a really nice job. Now we just got to continue to work and have him piece everything together.
You get that shot at the buzzer, and T.A.V. Mason maybe his biggest play of the night. I know he created there at the end of the regulation period. But he came back and got that back tap. 3.8's an eternity right there. Not quite like 1.1 that they had at the end of regulation, but 3.8, he comes and gets that back tap, and that kind of lets you exhale just a little bit knowing they don't have that last look at the rim.
It did, and every time we're in that situation, and it's not a lot, I still go back to my first year in the conference tournament. we made a shot late against Georgetown to go up 1. I think Elliott bangs a 3. And sometimes teams call timeout, and sometimes they don't. And I didn't that day. Georgetown pushes in transition, we get lost, and they get a layup. And I didn't. I mean, I'll be honest. It's one of those. It's a flip of a coin. They did such a great job. They got the ball in bounds before I really even had an idea. Do I really want to do it? And Osborne had a little bit of an angle. I don't think he gets much closer than past half court or volleyball line. But T's got another gear, and that's what we've been really working on. He's got to be more consistent, and he's got to be able to play through fatigue. With 6 minutes to go, I asked him. I said, you've been in there a long time. If you're going to need breaks, I need to know now. I need to give you a minute or two. And he said, Coach, let me go. And I trusted him in that. And, you know, he wasn't efficient, but he was good tonight. You know, 12 and 9. And that's something we need out of him as a point guard. When the offensive team shoots the ball, your responsibility is to get back, and him going in and get defensive rebounds really helps us in that area.
You know, and you talked about it, and we talked. We sit in your office during the week and talk about the little things. You talk about the angle, and Tiavi comes back. I don't know who it was, but somebody was right there pushing Osborne to the sideline. So it all kind of, you know, football, you see that team aspect. Basketball, it's the same thing, and you guys able to converge and make that final play. And you get a few minutes to rest, and you'll come back in the afternoon tomorrow. And you got a tough Marion team. I mean, they were really good tonight. Looked, I'm telling you, you walk out here, you schedule IU Southeast and Marion. Coach Adkins not coming back anymore. At this rate, those are two really good teams, but helps push you guys and make you better.
Very good. And the one thing that, you know, I wouldn't say it was purposely done, but the one thing I've always said is I do wish our non-conference schedule had been a little better. We've had some times where we've played in the classics in the Mid-South Southern states, and we've played good teams. But I think you can already see through 8 games, our schedule has been really challenging for us. And I think that's going to help us as we progress. It's going to be totally different tomorrow than today, whereas 5 out, you're going to see a team that runs a lot of sets. They have traditional bigs, which helps us because we can get Tuck in there. We can get Norris back in there some. You know, it's hard to see right now because of the matchups we've had on a day-to-day basis, but you know, DeAndre Singleton, man, he's doing a really good job in practice, and I just need him to hang in there because when we play some bigs, he's got to be out there some more, and it's hard for these guys to see. You know, it was a tough game tonight for AD. You know, hard matchups whenever you got 6'2" and 6'3" out there, and I think he'll have a more Tuck's a normal player. Norris plays. We're going to get Dre out there tomorrow. And they didn't play tons of minutes, so we're going to have a couple guys out there that won't be as fatigued. And the other guys, well, they just got to get in the whirlpool and be able to tough it out for 24 or 40 more minutes tomorrow.
Tiavi Mason already got ice on the leg. He's gearing up and getting himself ready. And, Coach, this was a fun one. And maybe we can do it in a less nerve-wracking fashion tomorrow, but we'll take them any way we can get them.
We will. I'm going to say, it's, you know, we've been preaching our guys. It's time to roll a few off in a row, and this was a good start for us tonight.
Congratulations. Thanks, man. We'll do it again tomorrow. Brent Vernon and the Tigers get a win here tonight as they knock off Indiana University Southeast. Final score 81-79.